What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Six Figures to Bigger Figures. This is my story of how I inherited, lost, regained, and will surpass the six-figure net worth. Now, today is a very special episode. Alright, for this episode, I've partnered with a local nonprofit by the name of Persist Nashville. The mission is to empower Nashville grads to earn a college degree.
It's 6 digits.
If it were not for college, I would not have my CPA certification nor my CFE certification. Okay? I needed 150 credit hours from an accredited institution in order to sit for those exams. Okay, so I acquired 2 degrees in order to get that. From there, I was able to get my certifications, as I said, and get a very high quality job here in Nashville. That high quality job, partnered with my degrees, my experience, allowed me to become a CFO of an organization that's been around for over 75 years. That would not have happened, especially for someone like me, if it were not for college. Okay? Also, because of college, I've made some lifelong relationships to this day. Right? My wife, I met her in college. All right, some of my best friends, met them in college. Close associates, business partners, all met in college, right? But it's not just about building those relationships, although that's very important. It's very important to understand that the number one ticket out of a lower socioeconomic status is college, okay? And I'm speaking from experience here. My mom, growing up, had one pair of dress shoes at any given time, and she would walk to church barefoot to preserve those shoes. So growing up, it was very big in our household that we all attained degrees, because that was seen as the way out. That was our ticket, right? To get, be able to afford things and to be able to provide for our families and provide for our generations coming after us, right? Big deal. Now, I know it's not the only way, right? College may not be for some, but remember this, it is statistically the number one ticket out, okay? Now, it's not all fun and games, obviously, right? So those who know my story, I inherited, I've said it a couple times, I don't know if I have already, I think I have. I inherited over 6 figures.
It's 6 digits.
Right, from my dad when he passed when I was 10 years old. I got it at 18, and I blew that money entirely through my college experience. Right, not just tuition, parties, video games, car that I customized for God knows why, clothes, girls, long time ago, you know what I'm saying? Long time ago. Just doing what kids do, right? And that money blows through really quickly. And no one tells you about that, because you're not bringing in any income. You're just spending, right? Something to keep in mind. Be very, very, very careful about what you're doing there. Set a budget if you can, right? Another pitfall, obviously, is student loan debt. That does not go away. Does not go away. Well, it kind of does, but it's very difficult for it to go away. It's one of the most difficult loans to get rid of, okay? And that can weigh you down, especially if you're trying to build your net worth. So remember, the college is a business. No one really says that, but it is. You have to make sure that you're getting out of it, you're getting something out of it in return, okay? Not just relationships and a good time. So get you a degree that's gonna be worth something. Get you a degree that you can take and earn a living, okay? Get you a business degree. Get you an IT degree, something in information technology, information systems of the sort. Now, I'm gonna keep it real, okay? If you're gonna get you a degree in psychology or something like that, you have to go all the way, bro. Go ahead and get you that PhD or something, because That psychology degree, bachelor's in psychology, is not going to do it. All right, sorry. So think about the next step. All right, education. You could be a teacher, that can work, but think about the next step. You know, biology. You want to be thinking, am I going to be pre-med? Am I going to be an RN? Am I going to be a biologist? Do I need to go the PhD route, the MD route, the PA route? Think about that. Okay, chemistry, same thing. You could probably work in a lab or something, but you're going to be very limited unless you get that PhD or go to the next level. So it's not an automatic ticket out. Make the ticket worth it. Okay, don't buy an expensive ticket that's not going to give you anything. You know, don't get a ticket in underwater basket weaving or something like that, because you're going to be worse off. Okay, so make it work for you. All right. Another thing to think about is, if you're looking at different colleges to go to, rank them not only by by their ranking or their academic standing or anything or something, but also rank it by price. Okay, so I give the analogy that it wouldn't make sense to go to a very expensive school with with good standing if it's in a degree or something that you don't care for, right? Like if you can get that degree, for example, last I known, UT has a very good accounting program, okay? So you may not have to go to University of Chicago, which is a very good school, right? You may not have to. You may have the choice, right? Something to think about, right? Weigh everything out, right? If you're local, you can get perhaps local discounts, Tennessee discounts to go to a school like that, okay? Look for accreditations. Whatever you're trying to study, look for the university that has the accreditation that your new industry is going to recognize, okay? And then there's also some programs out there that would allow you to take the first 2 years at a community college to get your core classes out the way. And another thing, I'm gonna keep it funky with it too. The first 2 years, I mean, you probably can get away with, messing around a bit, right? But when you start, after those 2 years, you start getting into your core classes, you start getting into, well, not your core classes, but the studies that are specific to your field of study, that's when it gets real, okay? That's when you really want to pay attention. You should always pay attention, but you want to really start paying attention then, right? Because now you're deviating away from the basic. Now you're getting into what you're going to be doing possibly for the rest of your life. Another thing to avoid, deferring your student loans. Sounds really cool. Sounds really nice. Oh, I don't have to pay this. Well, when you defer your student loans, the interest capitalizes to the principal of the loan, so you actually end up paying more, okay? So, and then you pay interest on interest. So what happens is you have compound interest working against you, and that amount can blow up very quickly, right? To a large amount very quickly. So you want to pay attention to that, okay? Refunds. It's another item to look out for, okay? These refunds, typically people get them. If you're excited about it, you go buy a car, you go do something silly with it, whatever. You can't really travel now, so I don't know if you're gonna travel with it or whatever, right? But usually, typically when I was in college, we got our college refunds, we just went crazy with it, right? Well, again, those are funds you're gonna have to pay back, right? It's a refund of something that you paid already, and if you paid using loan, then there's just a loan you're gonna have to pay back, right? Apply for scholarships. Look out for scholarships, something I did not do, hence why my money blew very quickly. Look for grants as much as you can. Look for any grant, any scholarship, and apply. All right? You miss every shot you don't shoot. All right? And that's it. All right? So if you have any other questions or anything like that, again, this was just a special project I wanted to set aside. Shout out to DJ Soup for getting me on this. This is just something that I feel that I'm very passionate about. I would not be here today if it were not for college. So I want to make sure that if it's for you, which it probably is, well, that probably is. If it's for you, it's something you should explore. I strongly consider you exploring going to college. If you need any more information, visit at Persist Nashville. They're also on Facebook. And if you need some more information about, some financial coaching, get at me at 6FTBF. All right? Now, remember, I'm not trying to show off, just trying to show you value. All right? Peace.
It's 6 digits.